Hello everyone. Myself Dr. Shubh Arora, Assistant Professor from Department of Commerce, GIMS Greater Noida. I once again welcome you all back to the lecture series of the subject Advertising and Brand Management. Currently, we are on the fourth unit of this subject, and today is the fourth lecture for it. And the topic which we are going to discuss today is we'll be talking about the brand extension. Right, so let's start with the introduction of this term brand extension. So basically, this term is used to establish brand name in the new product categories. Right, so the new categories to which the brand is extended can be related or unrelated to the existing product categories. Right, so basically, when a brand introduces some new products, those new products can be an addition or an extension of the existing products, or can be totally new products without any connection with the already existing product category. So basically basically when that extension of product categories is done, that is called as brand extension. So, an existing brand that gives rise to a brand extension is referred to as the parent brand, right? And if the customers of that new business have values and aspirants matching with those of the core business, and if these values and aspirations are embodied in the brand, then it is very easy for the brand that the customers will very easily accept that new business category, right? So a successful brand always helps an organization to launch its products in new categories, right? For example, if we talk about Nike, so Nike is a brand, the core product is shoes, right? But if now it has extended its market, its brand into categories like starting producing and selling sunglasses, soccer balls, basketballs, golf equipments, etc. So if already a brand is reputed and accepted in the market, then it is easy for a brand and it becomes for all the brand extension categories to get easily acceptance from the customers, right? Also, brand extension is also called as brand stretching. It is a marketing strategy where the company makes use of its existing established brand name for a new product or a new product category. Right? For example, a different product or category, launching a new flavor of an existing ice cream brand is not a brand extension. Using the same brand name to launch chocolate will be considered as a brand extension, because what that same brand is earlier was producing ice cream, now it is trying to extend, do some kind of brand extension by coming up with chocolates. So it will be considered as brand extension, right? Because a brand, in brand extension, it is very important that the brand, if is using the extension part, then the product which it is trying to introduce, the new product or the new product category, then that new product category should be different from the existing ones, right? And using the same name, the brand extension strategy only comes into consideration when the company or the brand launches the new products under the existing brand name. So the brand name has to be the same, but the brand categories can are to be different, are to be separate, right? So then in that case it will be considered as brand extension. Every time it is not sure that brand extension will be a successful activity for a brand. It might be successful at times, it might be unsuccessful also. So when we talk about some examples of brand extension successful, like if we talk about Wipro, which was originally into computers, and now it has extended its brand into shampoos, powders, soap, etc., right? And when we talk about bars, it is no longer famous bar only, but now it has come out with chocolates, ice cream, chocolate drinks, right? So Mars, right? So these are certain brands who came up with brand extension and they became successful in the market. When we talk about brand extension as a failure or did not get success, we talk about Coke. Coca-Cola has forgotten that the core brand was meant to stand for. So it thought that the taste was the only factor that consumer cared about, right? And that thinking was bad, was wrong, has proved to be wrong. So the time and money spent on research on the new Coca-Cola was not related to the deep emotional attachment of the customers, which they actually were attached with the original Coca-Cola, right? So therefore, Coca-Cola or Coke did not get successful in terms of brand extension. Here, through this picture of the brand Dettol, I have tried to show you the extension of Dettol brand. Like it has Dettol bath soap, Dettol antiseptic cream, Dettol sanitizer, Dettol shaving cream, Dettol liquid hand wash, Dettol adhesive bandages, then Dettol pain relief sprays. So this is how different categories brand extension can be done by a under a single brand name, that is the parent brand Dettol, right? Then we'll talk about the advantages of brand extension. It helps to increase and enhance the brand image, right? Then it makes the acceptance of the new product category introduced into the market very easy and very quick, right? Then it helps the consumers to see variety of products, right? To get variety of products under an umbrella or the parent brand, right? Then cost of developing the new brand is saved, because you are coming up with brand extension in which you are introducing certain product categories, extending the certain product categories. So you are saving money because you are bringing those new categories under the same brand name. So the cost of developing the new brand is saved here for the marketer. Then the packaging and labeling part becomes very efficient. And then one of the another advantage of brand extension is that the expense of introductory and follow up marketing programs is again reduced for the brand or the marketer. Then the risk perceived by the customer reduces, because the customer already has a trust on the existing brand, and when the customer sees that this is a reputed and existing old brand and has come out with new product categories as brand extension, then it is very easy for the customers to create a good brand image and get attractive towards that new product extension categories, right? So also the likelihood of gaining distribution and trial increases here in case of brand extension. And the efficiency of promotional expenditure also increases, right? Because advertising, like promotional expenditure includes advertising, sales promotion, all this publicity and all la. So there are economies of scale as advertising for core brand and its extension reinforces each other, right? So basically these promotional tools become more effective in case of brand extension. Then we'll talk about the disadvantages. When we talk about the disadvantages of brand extension, there is a risk that the new product may generate implications that might damage the existing image of the original brand. That is, it is not necessary that every time you come up with new product categories as a brand, you are coming up with brand extension products. So every brand extended product will be successful, right? There might be certain cases or situations that customer don't like, and if they don't like, this may hamper the image of the brand, right? And there are also less chances of less awareness and trial, because the management may not provide enough investment for the introduction of the new product, because the management assumes that the spin-off effects from the original brand name will compensate, right? So this is again a disadvantage, major disadvantage of brand extension. Then brand extension is totally unrelated in the market, is in unrelated markets, right? So which may also result in loss of reliability of a brand name in the extended market, right? So an organization needs to do the research related to the product categories in which the established brand name might work out, right? So if the brand extensions have no advantage over competitive brands in the new category, then definitely this brand extension for a brand is going to fail. So these are the certain disadvantages. So in today's class, we have discussed about the disadvantages of brand extension. We have discussed about the advantages of brand extension. Then I have tried to also put up an example of Dettol brand, where I have tried to show you the brand extended products of Dettol, like Dettol bath soap, Dettol antiseptic cream, sanitizer, shaving cream, bandages, liquid hand wash, and etc. Then we have also discussed in today's class about the introduction to brand extension. Right, so this was all about brand extension, its example, and advantages and disadvantages. We'll be discussing the next topics of this unit in our following lecture. Till then, thank you and take care.